Beneath the surface of our conscious thoughts lies a vast and powerful unconscious mind, orchestrating much of our lives. For centuries, philosophers and psychologists speculated about this hidden realm, often painting it as a dark cellar of repressed desires. Modern neuroscience, however, has illuminated it as a sophisticated and essential processing center, far more complex and influential than previously imagined. Technologies like functional magnetic resonance imaging reveal a brain built in layers, from ancient reptilian circuits managing basic survival to the mammalian limbic system handling social intuition, all capped by the human neocortex for conscious reasoning. This intricate system works in concert, with the unconscious layers doing the heavy lifting long before our conscious mind becomes aware of the results. Our perception of reality is not a direct feed but a carefully constructed summary. The unconscious mind constantly gathers raw, flawed data from our senses and seamlessly edits it into a coherent narrative. Our eyes jitter and have blind spots, yet we see a stable world. When the visual cortex is damaged, a phenomenon called blind sight can occur, where people unconsciously navigate obstacles or guess emotions without any conscious sight, proving that a vast amount of processing happens behind the scenes. This system evolved for efficiency, prioritizing survival cues over perfect detail, which means our conscious experience is always an interpretation, not an exact recording. This unconscious processing extends powerfully to social interaction. We are perpetual, intuitive readers of body language, picking up on subtle cues we cannot consciously articulate. Genuine smiles that engage the eyes, universal expressions of fear or disgust, and subtle posture shifts communicate intentions and emotions instantly. These signals are so potent that they can create self-fulfilling prophecies. Our unconscious expectations, conveyed through minute changes in our own demeanor, can actually influence another person's behavior without a single word being spoken about our assumptions. Our voices, too, are unconscious billboards. We modulate pitch and tone to signal attractiveness, dominance, or trustworthiness. Studies show men unconsciously lower their voices in competitive contexts, while women's vocal qualities shift during ovulation. Listeners make snap judgments about character based on vocal qualities alone, associating certain tones with honesty, anxiety, or competence, a fact leveraged by public figures like Margaret Thatcher, who trained to lower her pitch to project authority. Memory is another domain where the unconscious takes creative liberty. Our brain is not a perfect recorder but a storyteller that saves the gist of experiences. When we recall an event, the unconscious mind retrieves these fragments and seamlessly fills in the gaps to create a coherent story. This process, while efficient, makes memory highly malleable and unreliable. We can confidently remember details that never happened, influenced by suggestion or our current beliefs. Our emotions, similarly, have deep unconscious roots. We often invent logical-sounding reasons for our feelings long after the unconscious mind has been stirred by biases and sensory data we cannot access, leaving our conscious explanations frequently incomplete or incorrect. This hidden guidance system is also the source of our most persistent biases. We fiercely defend our pre-existing beliefs, seeking information that confirms them and dismissing what contradicts them. We are naturally prone to overestimating our own abilities and uniqueness, a comforting illusion maintained by the unconscious. Our social nature is also driven from within. The brain compels us to connect, and the pain of social exclusion can trigger real physical distress. Neurochemicals like oxytocin reinforce social bonds, but they can also sharpen the line between us and them, fueling group identity and implicit prejudices. We unconsciously categorize people using stereotypes, which then shape our perceptions and interactions in profound, often unfair, ways. Ultimately, the unconscious mind is the silent architect of our choices. From the products we buy to the people we trust and the leaders we elect, our decisions are frequently swayed by trivial details we never consciously register: a candidate's facial symmetry, the warmth of a drink in our hand, or the mere feeling of familiarity. Understanding this subliminal world is not about exposing human irrationality, but about appreciating the marvel of a system that allows us to navigate an impossibly complex world. By recognizing the limits of our conscious awareness, we gain humility and the potential for greater self-awareness, learning to question our instincts and stories, and perhaps making room for more mindful choice in the spaces between the automatic currents of the mind.